Langley, can you talk about why we care about what's happening in Africa right now? Why are we spending the money we're spending there?
For access and influence. I say that a number of countries are at the tipping point of actually being captured by the Russian Federation, as they are spreading some of their false narratives across Libya.
So, guys,
and from a strategic
I hope you've heard it
answer
all.
piece.
That is the person who took Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso to the United States. Whether they call him General Landry or whatever, I don't even want to know his name. But this is the person who took Ibrahim Traoré to the United States to complain that he's using money meant for the country to enrich himself, and nothing is going to the Burkina people. You heard in that partially in that video where he was asked why is it that they are just so concerned now about Africa. They have been there for years, going on year in, year out, and all those things. But before I dive deep to this, I want to first of all bring you warm greetings from this platform. This is my new channel, the Game Changer Global Minus TV. The Game Changer Global Minus TV is my new YouTube channel. Please, I want to beg you fully, go there now and subscribe. Go there now and subscribe. In this platform, most of the videos that we shall be bringing to you in this platform will be videos of news around Africa and the globe. Yeah. On the Game Changer 17 Minus TV, that platform will be bringing to you more about Germany. But in this particular channel, like this, we shall be bringing to you news around Africa and the world as a whole. Whatever news, we shall be bringing it to you here. So I plead with you now, if it's your first time watching this and you have not yet subscribed onto my new YouTube channel, it's just newly born. It's just a newly born channel. Game Changer Global Minus TV. This is the new channel. Please go there now. I plead with you to go there now and subscribe. As you do so, may God bless you. And also, don't forget to accept warm greetings from this side. I still remain your one and only one, the game changer, the epitome of the mindset. Well, this is a new phase. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for subscribing and being part of this platform. Well, you've already heard from that particular thing. It's now the news that is going ahead now is Ibrahim Traoré. They are trying to take him down by all costs. On this platform, we shall be bringing to you day-to-day happenings around Burkina Faso, around Africa, Burkina Faso to be precise, and many more. We shall be bringing to you this. So that's why I really recommend that you go to my YouTube channel, the Game Changer Global Minus TV, and subscribe there. Subscribe and make things happen. Make things happen on this platform. You won't regret it, because you will know that the game changer is no other person rather than the epitome of the mindset. Well, so thank you so much for your time. Well, as you heard from that report, that is the guy who took Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the current president of Burkina Faso, to the United States, saying that he is using the mineral resources for himself and not for his people. Well, the thing that I want to say there is, before I allow you to watch that video, the thing that I want to say there is, why? Why Africa? Why is it that even though they claim, in fact, let me not say this. Let me allow you to watch the video. Please watch the video.
Langley, can you talk about why we care about what's happening in Africa right now? Why are we spending the money we're spending there?
For access and influence. I say that a number of countries are at the tipping point of actually being captured by the Russian Federation, as they are spreading some of their false narratives across Libya. And from a strategic answer piece, access influence across the whole Maghreb, that is NATO's southern flank. We need to be able to maintain access and influence across the Maghreb, from Morocco all the way to Libya. The PRC and Russia are also remaining exploitative where possible and coercive when necessary. They want that ground. They want power projection capabilities. So for the most part, the rest of the continent is also for mining concessions, whether it be gold or rare earth minerals. Both of them have a long-range plan. But I think at the accelerated pace, Russian Federation is really trying to take over Central Africa as well as the South.
So guys, you have already watched the video. You have watched the complete video. The thing is, I didn't know that these Western people, it's not that I didn't even know, but these Western people can lie. And the fact is, why is it that whensoever they intend to take down an African leader, they will always use a fellow African? Irrespective of his or her color, they will use only a fellow African. It's just so terrible. It's just so terrible. This is also an African that they are using now. The thing is, when NATO already had plans long time ago to remove Gaddafi from power, because Gaddafi never gave the mineral access to his to Libyan mineral resources to the West. He never gave them that access. And they have been there year in, year out, seeing what this man is doing for his country. It's something that the Westerners couldn't do that for their own country. But Gaddafi was doing a lot for his people. But Westerners were not happy. He was the one who even sponsored Sarkozy's re-election. But the funniest thing there is, who was the first person to start bombing Libya? The French. The French, using Ivory Coast as their base. They were the first people to start bombing Libya. The French. Using Ivory Coast and other neighboring countries as their military base. Before the attack on Libya, Libya was okay. But look at Libya today. That is another report that I will come there. But you see, they have used this general lies telling. Whether Ibrahim Traoré is using this money for the minerals for himself or to enrich himself, how is it your business, Mr. General? How is it your business? Has he come? For example, US don't even have gold. France don't even have gold, but they have one of the highest reserves because they stole this gold from Africa, particularly. You heard when he was asked, why is it that you people are just becoming so interested now about Africa? You heard him. He talked about access and influence. Access and influence. So you see now that it's not all about the African people. It's not about the African people. Whensoever these Westerners, they need to do something in Africa, they use a fellow African person. They use Obama to destroy Libya. They are now using this other useless generalized telling to come to attack Ibrahim Traoré. The time this thing happened to Libya, well, the media was not like that. African leaders, most African leaders are now silent. We have not heard anything from any African leader. Even like those ones who intend to join the Sahel, like the president of Senegal and the president of Chad, who intended to join the Sahel regions. We have not heard anything from them. We have not heard anything from some of these leaders. But these are people who say they want to join the Sahel regions. So when this general was asked, why is it that you are just so interested? He talked about access and influence. The next statement that he made is that they have noticed that most countries in Africa, or some countries in Africa, are being captured already by the Russian Federation. So you see that the Cold War still exists. The Cold War still exists. Who made the United States and Europe the police of the world? Who made them who made you, United States and Europe, the police of the world? We know that when it comes to Europe and the United States, Europe is just like when the United States cough, Europe will say, thank you, my Lord. That's the fact. But who made United States the police of the world? Even African citizens, have you seen people protesting already in Ivory Coast? In Burkina Faso, I beg your pardon. Have you seen people protesting in Burkina Faso? Have you seen the Burkinabés protesting that they don't like Ibrahim Traoré, their president? Why are you people so interested in Africa? You are not interested in Africa for the benefit of the African people. You are interested in Africa for the benefit of your own selfish interests. That is the fact. Your own selfish interests, not for the benefit of the African people. Now you are telling lies. You have already said it now that, oh, it's because of access and influence. And you people are scared that most countries will be captured by the Russian federations. Is America not independent? Why can't you leave these other countries to be independent on their own? Even if they want to make friends with Russia, or they want to make friends with North Korea, or Iran, or people you make them to be your enemies. What is the problem? What is the essence of that? You, the Westerners have used International Monetary Fund and the World Bank to enslave most developing countries, to put them in abject poverty. And now that you have seen that some of the African countries, they are coming out of their shells. No, you people still want them to remain down there. And then you claim that Africa is independent. Oh, African Union, they have not made a single statement since this thing erupted. African Union has not said anything because that is also another toothless bulldog. Toothless bulldog, like that useless thing they call United Nations Security Council or United Nations as a whole. Who are the United Nations? The Western imperialists. The Western imperialists are the United Nations. All those things that you see other African countries, it's just a propaganda. How many of these people are in the United Nations Security Council? Just the Westerners. Even some Western countries are not there. But America, the imperialistic countries, America, UK, France, they are all there. They are all there. And they make it that, oh, some people are permanent member, while others not. Why? Why all this conspiracy? And he also mentioned it's because of the minerals. The only thing that you see these Westerners, they are interested in is they're interested in what makes them be interested in Africa is only because of the African minerals. The mineral resources. You, the Western leaders, these Western leaders, when we want to go back to history, who murdered Patrice Lumumba from the then Zaire? CIA connived with Belgian government to kill him. They did not only kill him, they neutralized his body in an acid. And only a tooth that was recently returned back from Belgium. A tooth of his was still, they took it to Belgium and they recently returned it back. That was the only thing left of him. You people killed him, you killed Patrice Lumumba and installed a dictator. All those dictators in Africa from these African countries, Uganda, Cameroon, who are the people putting these people? Cameroon, Nigeria, and many other countries in Africa. All these people who are in power, who are keeping them in power? You, the Western imperialist. You have seen a young guy. You now send people to blaspheme or to blackmail him that he is not. He is not. That he is not. He doesn't have the skills and talent to govern the country. He's just governing the country by suggestion. What this guy is doing in Burkina Faso, what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing in Burkina Faso, is something that a lot of you Western leaders cannot do in your country. Because of what? Because of your greed. Your greed. Because of your greed. Allow Africa alone. Allow Africa alone. Allow Africa alone. That is what we shall be bringing to you in this platform. Allow Captain Ibrahim Traoré to govern Burkina Faso. The Burkinabés are not complaining. You Western leaders should stay and shut up your mouth and stay quiet and allow the Africa for Africans and control your America and your Europe. Control your America and your Europe. Leave Africa for Africans. Africa should not be your business. Concentrate on your own problems. Have you seen any military base? Have you seen any African military base in any of the European countries? Of course not. And you, Ivory Coast, who is supporting this thing, Alassane Ouattara, your people, your Ivorians will come for you. Keep on supporting this. But know that Ivorians will come to you. They will come for you one day. They will come for you. You people are there, you mold dictators and you protect dictators in power. But in your own country, you are not allowed to rule for over 8 years. You're not allowed to rule for over 8 years in your own countries. Look at Germany. How long was Angela Merkel in power? For 16 good years. Until she was pursued before she resigned. She never wanted to resign, but they pursued her before she resigned. But you people go to Africa, you are talking about leaders staying there in power for long. Who made these people to be there in power for long? You people. You use your World Bank, you use your International Monetary Fund to enslave developing countries, never to be like you people. But Africa is rising to fall no more. Africa, I say, is rising to fall no more. And Ibrahim Traoré and those other leaders, the leader of Mali and Niger, are the typical symbols that Africa is rising to fall no more. Thank you. Guys, please share this video. Share this video. Give the video a thumbs up such that YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is going to recommend this video out there. And don't forget, also drop us your feedback, your comment in the comment section and tell us what you think. Is it that Africa is rising to fall no more? So drop us your comment in the comment section. As you do so, make God bless you. See you in my next video.